This is Alex. Alex is the nicest guy you will ever meet. He is the first one to apologize when someone bumps into him. He agrees with opinions he actually hates just to avoid an argument. He stays late at work to fix his co-workers' mistakes, and he never asks for credit. He is harmless, he is polite, and he is completely miserable. This is Damon. Damon is not nice. He is polite, but he is not agreeable. If he disagrees with you, he says it. If he doesn't want to do something, he says no. He doesn't smile unless he actually finds something funny. Yet strangely, when Damon speaks, the room goes quiet. People respect him, women are drawn to him, and his boss promotes him, and more importantly, Damon is happy and fulfilled. Now be honest, which one are you? If you are currently sitting there thinking, well, I'm like Alex, but that's because I'm a good person, I need you to listen very carefully. You are lying to yourself. Being nice is not a virtue, it is a trauma response. We think that being nice means we are morally superior, but psychology tells us a different story. You aren't being nice because you're good. You're being nice because you're afraid. You agree because you fear conflict. You apologize because you fear rejection. You overgive because you want validation. This isn't kindness, it's fear wearing a mask. Think about a rabbit. A rabbit is nice. It never hurts anyone. It never attacks. But is the rabbit virtuous? No, the rabbit is harmless because it has no choice. It has to be nice because if it isn't, it gets eaten. Most men today are living like rabbits. They have no boundaries, no self-respect, and no spine. And then they wonder why nobody respects them, why they get friend-zoned, and why they get walked over at work. Humans subconsciously do not respect things that cannot hurt them. This doesn't mean becoming aggressive, it means becoming capable. If you want to go from being the invisible, nice guy to a man who commands genuine authority, we need to get rid of your inner rabbit. Over the next few minutes, I am going to show you the 4-step psychological shift to stop being nice and start being real. Step 1. The agreeableness trap. Be real with me for a second. When you talk to someone you admire, like a boss or a girl you like, do you turn into a bobblehead? I used to turn into a damn bobblehead myself. Whenever I was talking to someone I looked up to, like a professor or a girl I liked, I would just nod, constantly. Before they even finished their sentence, I was already going, yeah, totally, exactly, for sure. I thought I was being a good listener, but in reality, I was proving that I was completely uninteresting. I wasn't engaging with their ideas, I was just blindly following them. I signaled that I had no opinions, no perspective, and nothing of value to add. I was just a background character in their movie. Now, obviously, if you genuinely agree with a point, go ahead and nod your damn head. That is normal human communication. But there is a huge difference between agreeing because you mean it and agreeing just for the sake of agreeing. If someone hands you a flyer in the street, you throw it away, right? Because they're handing them out to everyone. They have zero value. Your validation is the flyer. If you agree with everyone, if you laugh at every bad joke, if you smile at people who are rude to you, your approval becomes worthless. You are flooding the market with your own validation. High status people don't do this. When you say something to a high value person, they don't immediately nod, they listen, they process it, and then they decide if they agree or not. There is a moment of silence, a gap, and in that gap, you feel a tiny bit of tension. You wonder, do they like what I said? That tension makes a big difference. If you want to stop being the nice guy, you have to stop being a social mirror. You are not there to reflect everyone else's opinion back at them. You are a separate entity. So what should you do? For the next 48 hours, I want you to practice the 3-second pause. When someone asks you a question or states an opinion, do not answer immediately. Do not nod immediately. Wait 3 seconds. Think about whether you actually agree. Look at them, and then answer. It will feel awkward. Your brain will scream at you that they are going to hate you. But watch what actually happens. They will lean in, they will listen harder. Because suddenly, your agreement isn't a reflex, it's a choice. And because it's a choice, it finally has value. But stopping the nodding is only the defense. Now, we need to go on the offensive. This brings us to step 2, the art of friction. Imagine you are on a first date. She asks, "Where do you want to go to eat?" You say, "I don't mind, whatever you like." Later she asks, "What do you want to drink?" You say, "I'm easy, I'll have whatever you're having." You think you are being polite. You think you are being easygoing. But in reality, you are being a burden. When you say, "I don't mind," you are not being nice. You are forcing the other person to do the emotional labor of making the decision for you. You are refusing to lead. You are forcing them to carry the weight of the interaction because you are too afraid to state a preference. You try so hard to avoid conflict that you become the problem and you lose authority. People don't trust someone who agrees with everything. It doesn't feel real. Disagreement is not disrespect. Disagreement is proof of reality. When you say, "No, I don't like that restaurant, let's go here instead," you are suddenly real. You have boundaries, you have taste, you have a spine. A woman or a business partner cannot trust your yes until they have heard your no. If you can't say no, your yes is meaningless. If you want to regain authority, stop being easy. For the next week, whenever someone asks what you want, never say, "I don't mind." Pick something, answer the damn question, and even if you don't care, decide anyway. Let's get Thai. Let's sit by the window. No, I don't want to watch that. Introduce tiny amounts of friction. You will be shocked to see that people don't get angry, they get relieved, because finally, someone else is driving the car. But learning to say no is only half the battle. Now we have to delete the most dangerous word in your vocabulary. This brings us to step 3, the sorry reflex. One subtle habit that silently destroyed my confidence for years was something called the pre-apology. I wouldn't just speak, I would ask for permission to speak. If I had an idea in a meeting, I'd say, "Sorry, this might be a stupid question, but..." If I sent an email to a client, I'd start with, "Sorry to bother you." I thought I was being polite, I thought I was being humble, but in reality, I was sabotaging myself before I even started. I was subconsciously telling my own brain, "My thoughts are not valuable. Please forgive me for wasting everyone's time." There is a massive difference between apologizing because you made a mistake and apologizing because you are insecure. If you spill coffee on someone, yes, you better say sorry. That is manners, but never apologize for having an opinion. Never apologize for asking a question. When you use sorry as a filler word, you chip away at your own self-respect. You are training yourself to feel small. For the next week, catch yourself every time you are about to use sorry to soften a statement. Don't say, "Sorry to bother you." Say, "Do you have a minute?" Don't say, "Sorry, I might be wrong, but..." Say, "Here is my perspective." It's a small change that immediately makes people take you more seriously. Now that we have stopped the bleeding, we need to deal with the root cause, the reason why you feel the need to please everyone in the first place. Step 4, the transaction. Most people treat relationships like a vending machine. They believe that if they insert enough kindness coins, then eventually the world owes them something. They sit there for hours listening to her complain about her toxic ex. They do favors for their boss. They never complain. They subconsciously think, "If I am a good boy, then people must love me." And when the girl dates the jerk instead, when the boss promotes the loud guy, they don't just feel sad, they feel betrayed. This is why people feel slimy around nice guys. Humans are incredibly good at detecting intent. We can feel when someone is being nice to us just because they want something. True kindness is giving without expectation. It is doing something because you want to do it, regardless of the outcome. Nice guy kindness is a transaction. You are giving to get. And because you never stated the price tag out loud, nobody knows they are in debt to you until you get angry. If you want genuine respect, you have to do the following. Before you help someone, pause and ask yourself, "If I get nothing back for this, will I still be glad I did it?" If the answer is no, don't do it. When you stop trying to buy approval, a strange thing happens. Suddenly, you become more valuable. You become authentic. People start to respect you not for what you do for them, but for who you are. Look, the goal isn't to become a jerk. It is just to stop begging for people to like you. You can be kind, but be kind because you want to, not because you are afraid they will reject you if you don't. Now listen carefully. Everything you just learned is only one layer of confidence. Real confidence isn't a mindset, it's a system. That's exactly why we built the confidence code. It's the step-by-step framework to stop people-pleasing, set boundaries, and build unshakable self-belief. If you're tired of feeling invisible, the link is right below. Stop shrinking yourself. I'll see you in the next video.